Be wary of spoilers for the following. Far, far away in a distant time. In the outer space of this universe, there was a tribe called the Tribe of Gold. They, who created planets and had the power to foresee the future, called out to the still primitive other tribes. The Tribe of Silver. The Tribe of Bronze. And the Tribe of Heroes. Before long, the Tribe of Gold left this universe for another. After they left, the Tribe of Silver declared itself as the successor to the Tribe of Gold and ruled over the other tribes. Yet on their departure, the Tribe of Gold made a discovery. A single survivor, a baby, on an unknown ship. The Tribe of Gold ordered someone from the Tribe of Heroes to protect the baby's life. And they named the tribe that the baby belonged to the Tribe of Iron. Due to this act of the baby being turned into what's called a Nodos, the Tribe of Silver regarded the Tribe of Iron, in other words, humankind, as their enemy. Knowing this would happen, the Tribe of Gold sent out a message. Humans, the child of your destiny is here. So seek him out, as he will be the one to create humanity's new heroic age. Heroic Age. I first tried watching the show about 15 years ago. I ended up dropping it back then because of the series' most defining genre, space opera. While technically a subgenre of science fiction, what I would consider space opera's most defining trait is its pacing. It's very much a slow burn and a slow build-up, one that I got bored of in my younger years. But as I got older, I began to appreciate these longer stories, having an easier time keeping track of all the side plots and the many different kinds of interpersonal relationships. Other examples of the space opera genre would be something like Star Wars, which you've likely heard of. Just not the, Or what I would consider my favorite space opera, the original Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which ran for 110 episodes. And what makes Heroic Age so great is that it has that same space opera style of story, but compacted down into 25 episodes, making this a good test series before you try and watch one of the longer series, showing not just characters, but factions. Instead of just battles, we see entire campaigns, along with a greater importance of how characters think and feel about each other, as we're often introduced to several different sides of many characters, whose scale of influence can range from how well certain soldiers do in a battle, to having an entire faction, if not their whole race, declare war. Though if I were to make one complaint about this series, it would have to do with the recap. If you remember back 4 minutes and 50 seconds or so ago, you'd remember how I started this information with sort of an information crawl. which then led into a little music montage section, which is akin to an anime intro. That bit at the beginning telling you information can often be called the recap. Usually in one of two forms, either a repeated montage of information giving you the basis of this story, or a collection of scenes directly ripped from the last episode to give you a reminder of what happened. The first 4 episodes of the series uses the former. Well, other than the fact that they're not the same. Oh sure, the first 45 seconds are the tribe of gold, the tribe of silver, the tribe of bronze, the tribe of hero. But then the latter half has very different information which I would consider show critical, and they don't actually explain it in the base show, and you'll be on episode 10 and wonder who are these characters supposed to be, and it turns out they were actually explained at the beginning of episode 3. So what I mean to say is, let me just show you. The episode 1 info is fine. It shows the gold, silver, bronze, and hero tribes, along with telling us that humanity is the Iron Tribe, who we will be following. Episode 2 has the exact same footage, but changes up the wording in the latter half, telling us that the Gold Tribe gave that crash-landed baby a hero to watch over him, and the Golden Tribe in turn sent out a message to humanity saying that their child of destiny is here. Episode 3, however, tells us that the tribe of hero are, the Japanese word for hero is yusha. Yusha is like deer. One deer is deer, many deer is deer. So one hero is yusha and many heroes are yusha. So while it's shown here tribe of hero, the correct translation into English would be tribe of heroes. Another example would be tate no yusha, which would be shield of hero or shield hero, but that's another show. Now where was I? Oh, right. The tribe of heroes is actually a group of mass genociders committing a universe-scale war which was only stopped by the tribe of gold, in which they imprisoned the last 5 survivors of the tribe of heroes into the members of 5 lesser tribes, being forced to serve them. These beings with members of the hero tribe inside them are then called nodos. To which in episode 4, after the silver tribe tries to fill in the shoes of the gold tribe, then see the tribe of humanity as their enemy because they have what is perceived as the strongest nodos. So episode 1 covers the basis of the story, that we're following humanity. Episode 2 covers the premise of the story, that humanity is after this baby. Episode 3 is justification of the premise, and that the baby is powerful. And episode 4 is the cause of the story, why the tribe of silver sees the tribe of humanity as an enemy. Absolutely useful information to have, I just think that their placement can make viewers unintentionally miss it. But considering that and the Yusha thing is really my only complaint, I'm actually quite fine with it. Moving on to another important feature of space operas, let's talk character dynamics and keep it simple by just talking about our main crew. So first, we have Princess Dianela, who is currently in charge of an expedition to find the missing chosen child of the Iron Tribe. She is accompanied by her head handmaiden, Anisha, who is a personal advisor, healer, and some cases bodyguard to Dianela directly. They are both accompanied by Iolaus, who is effectively the captain of the Yuno Knights, who serve as the expanded guard squad for Princess Dianela. And while Iolaus likes Dianela, Anisha likes Iolaus, even though she's the one who currently sees the whole picture. But it's not just these three, as the ship that they're currently using is called the Argonaut, run by Captain Mobido, who is also the father of Iolaus. He also has 2 twin daughters called Tail and Mail, who serve as additional handmaidens to the princess. And since they're both sisters to Iolaus, they know about his feelings for her, and decided to take pictures of Princess Dianela in return for money. What is this, OnlyGrams? Anywho, these characters serve as our main cast, which we see as the core faction of humanity, at least from our point of view. Because the Tribe of Iron has other factions, such as the Royalist faction, led by Atalantis and Meleagros, who are Dianela's older brothers. Then we also have the Militant faction, made up of the soldiers and generals of humanity's space fleet. Truly, this faction is made up of only the strongest and the hardest of, Okay, hold on. Literally every single character we've seen up to this point has been in a full-body suit or a full-body gown. But our first female commander just has to give the girl some air. But she's a military woman, so you can't be too defenseless. So let's throw some spikes on! And what's the name of this commander?
nephew.
Nivell Nephew? More like Nivell Nephew Hunter. Looks like kind of a... Wow, don't say that. But all jokes aside, she's actually quite a good character in the show, being a competent mid-level commander, which is a nice perspective shift from the Argonaut where our main cast is. And considering Nivell's own crew say they're crazy for her, I don't disagree. But I just thought this was funny to point out. It's almost like the most prominent new characters have to have an open chest. Oh. This character is Age. The reason I avoided talking about him up to this point is that any information about him really kind of spoils the show itself. With the few snippets you've already seen, and the now double entendre meaning of the name of the show, you likely know who he's supposed to be at this point. So other than me saying that I think he is not the protagonist, the rest you should learn from watching the show yourself. Meaning that it's finally time to get to some music. And considering this is a space opera, we see heavy use of an orchestra. In fact, I think all the tracks use the orchestra. They just know which instruments enforce the right moods. Oh man, I really enjoyed Heroic Age. It gave me a lot of ideas for this video, though I think I ended up a little bit sidetracked. Wait a minute. Is that a reference to it?